Hey guys, it's Lynx here from Brutal Lynx and the Male Media Mind, bringing to you, no, not a morning commute, but an afternoon commute. So, on the docket, have y'all seen this shit? This video on YouTube? First off, black people, stop putting shit on YouTube. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Just stop. If you're not gonna put shit on YouTube that has some kind of value to it, just don't do it, okay? A fight has no value to it, but I'm not talking about a fight. I'm talking about a video of these teenage boys, like little boys, rapping about sucking dick. Yes, bitch, you heard me. These motherfuckers are making like Little Kim and out here rapping about blowing domes. I'm sorry, anyone who tells me that these kids, are doing just fine without a daddy, y'all are full of shit. Because, it has nothing to do with gay. I'm gay. It has everything to do with the fact that these are young boys rapping about sucking dick. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link down below. But what the fuck? What is going on with our children today? What are these parents doing? What are these kids seeing that is making them think or making them believe that it is okay to rap about blowing other men, other guys? Like, what do you even know about sex? I mean, yeah, granted, a lot of us have lost our virginity early on. Like me, I was 12. I didn't know shit. I didn't know anything until I was in my freaking 20s. So, I mean, let's be real here. And then to rap about it and put that shit up, we already have an issue in the black community, with gay not being okay, with gay not being accepted. And now we have these damn kids out here rapping about it, and I am all for exploration. I am all for expression. But not this. Not this. This is a little bit too much. And are these boys even gay? It's like, it's one thing if you're gay and you're writing poetry about being gay, or you're rapping about being gay. But these are like, I don't even know if they're gay boys. They're just boys. Like it's a new trend or something. Like, before you know it, Nelly's gonna be rapping about sucking dick. Like, that's how it came across, as if it was just something to rap about. What are they seeing in their daily lives that they think this is something to rap about? It's not. It's like, I'll sit there, I'll talk sex with the best of them. I'll tell you my sex stories. I'm also a grown-ass man that can understand the ramifications of what I'm saying and what I'm doing. These little boys, they have no idea what it is that they're saying and that they're doing. And then what? They're just going to put themselves up for more bullying? Or is this now okay? And it's not, and like I said, I don't even think they're gay. So if it's not gay being okay, but rapping about sucking dick being okay, I'm confused. I don't understand. Can someone please explain it to me? Because if someone's got the answer as to why all of a sudden these boys are out here rapping about sucking dick, I cannot believe it. And I mean, they look like they couldn't be any more than 13 years old. 13. We are the fastest leading cases of HIV infection. Black African American men. And I'll get on women whenever they want to talk about his download men, because the reality is that when one man can have 18 kids by 18 different women, that one man, if that one man was positive, that one man would have given that to 18 different women, and those 18 different women would have gone and given it to some other guy. Or if you have more than one kid by more than one different guy, you don't just go around, kids don't just pop up. It could happen on your first time, but it could also take how many dozens of times, right? So I'm like, women, get off of it. It's you giving yourselves these diseases. But then you see stuff like this with these young boys rapping about sucking dick. Do they even know about safe sex? How about rapping that shit up? How about rapping about, not going in raw? If you're going to sit there and talk about sucking dick, you're mature enough for that, then you are mature enough to also talk about, being safe. Being an influence to say, yes, sucking dick is okay, but not if you had recent dental work. See, it doesn't work, so you shouldn't be talking about sucking dick at all. Damn. And people are going to sit here and look at this and say, see? This is what happens when gay becomes okay. Look at our children. That's what they're going to say. We all kind of need to take a lead. I think a lot of us as black gay people, because we're shunned by our own communities for the most part, and I'm not talking about all of us, obviously, nothing applies to all. But, we're shunned from our communities for being gay. So we kind of turn our back on that community. But remember, amongst tribes and amongst native folk and amongst people who actually knew the value of being human, we were spiritual guides. We were the ones people came to for information, for guidance, for help. And with that in mind, we should be assisting these young people. We can't really turn our backs on the entirety of the black community and expect to not have anyone turn their backs on us, even though our own community did turn their backs on us for the most part. Look at what's happening. These children are going to grow up to be adults that are immature, adults that don't understand time and place, adults that contract horrible diseases because they're busy doing stuff without being fully educated on how to protect yourself. Some of these kids might get beat up, bullied, or end up dead if this is not a new trend in rap. And you got to remember, we need heterosexuals. I mean, as much as I talk shit about them or whatever, we need them. We need them to make more of us. Yes, I know gay people can have children. We don't naturally or normally have kids, okay? We just don't. It's one of the perks of being gay. Why the hell do you think they call it gay? We're happy, no kids. Shit. But we need them, and we need them to be responsible. We need them to grow up. We need them to understand what it means to be a father. We need them to understand what it means to be a mother. We need them to understand what it means to be productive and what it means to be a member of this community that means something, as opposed to just some throwaway, as a lot of us are seen to be. A lot of black people are just taken for granted that we're just throwaways. And you can't help but wonder why when you see stuff like this. I guarantee you these kids don't have a father in their lives. What? Because the father would not... So a father would not be on them about the gay stuff at all. The father would be on them about saying shit that's inappropriate. Just like a father would be on his daughter about dressing like a whore. You don't want your daughter dressing like a hoe. You tell her ass she ain't taking her hoe ass out there dressed in like a damn hoe. Well, you would do the same thing with your son. You would let your son know, hey, I don't care if you're gay, but this is not what you need to be out here saying. This is not the image you need to portray. This is not the relationship that you need to have with the rest of the world. This is not that. And that is what a father would do. And this is a prime example of what the absence of a father will do. Or at least a strong male figure. It's like, because I understand some people get divorced. Some people are, end up in relationships that, sorry you hired him. But some people end up in relationships that are, that they can't get out of. Or that when they do get out of it, it's because someone died or because of a divorce. I get that, and you can't help that. But don't think that you can do it on your own. Don't think you can do it on your own. Use the men around you. If you have a best friend who has a husband, and that husband is a good father, use him. If he's a father, he would gladly do it. So all that to say this, take responsibility for how your kids are growing up, but we as a community can't just ignore it. We have to wake up and say when things are not okay. You know, remember when you grew up and, you know, it was, you were raised by your community, you know, you did something wrong down the street, you got your ass whooped by every single parent on your way up the street back to your house, and they done already told your mama about it, and yo got your ass whooped again. Either way, there were people around you to tell you when things were wrong, to correct you when things were wrong. And now you can't even tell someone that they're wrong. Try telling, like, go to the ghetto and try telling anyone, the men, the women, or the children, that they're doing wrong. They will argue you down. They will browbeat you into submission. And if they can't do it with words, they'll threaten you with violence. But what you're trying to do is tell them that they're doing wrong. That same thing that our neighbors did to us, correcting the bad behavior. Seeing a woman out there fighting and screaming and hollering and not saying anything, just walking by and ignoring it. We've all become conditioned to just mind our own business. And minding our own business is getting us in a horrible position. Look at these boys. These boys are rapping about sucking dick. On a public street. Adults walking around them. Not one of them stopped to tell these kids that they were doing wrong. And because instead of being able to accept that they were doing wrong, the kids might behave violently, people don't say anything. Or the parent might be around, and the parent, you know how that is. Don't yell at my kids. Don't yell at my kids. Perhaps they should yell at your kids. Well, anyhow, that's all I got. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, Male Media Mind and Brutal Lynx. You can also check me out on Facebook as Brutal Lynx. You can find me on YouTube if you haven't already. Under Brutal Lynx or Lynx Savage, you'll find me there. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. That's always fun. And lastly, please do not forget to check out themalemediamind.com. And that's all I got for you guys today. So all these white people are looking at me weird, and I am stuck in traffic, and I don't want to have to hurt a bitch. So I'm going to let this go for now, and we'll see you guys on the flip side. Ciao.